What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. We are in the mix again with another brand showcase. And today I have a awesome guest, awesome client, Joe Pasalacqua from Station Athletics. What is going on, my man?
What's up, Henry? Thanks for having me.
How you been, my man? It's been a while since we chatted. I mean, I see you in passing when I come to the gym, but it's like you are steady grinding.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's constant growth, and my head hurts, but it's busy, you know. Business. Everything's good, man. I know. I mean, we haven't really talked so much about the direction that we've gone in over the past, 4 or 5 months. But obviously, you've been working internally and making sure that all the bells and whistles are kind of teed up on our new, our new branding project and how we're trying to reface everything. And we've kind of come to a decision of what direction is going to really jump and make leaps and bounds on the direction that I want to move into from just from an overall business perspective.
Yeah. So that's what I want to sort of jump into. But before we get into that, you know, you saw this vision probably the middle of last year. Yeah. And you've grown so exponentially since then. But before you engaged me, what was going through your head? And what made you, what ignited you to make this rebrand, this transition?
No, I mean, we've talked about this before, about the direction of what I wanted to do. And I've always had a bigger vision than, the gym business is cool. You know, we love helping people. We love, the weight loss transformations, the perspective changes on their strength gains and all that stuff. And all that stuff is fantastic. But at the end of the day, my vision was to be able to scale my big picture, okay, and figure out how to do that. And I jumped around with a ton of logos and different, I had things branded 6 different ways. And and I was just, we're just trying to come up with something that was more well-rounded overall to where we could take something and then duplicate it. That was the whole perspective, is how can I take something and then duplicate it and make it easier and easier and easier. And then that's kind of what we figured out over the past 6 months, is how do we take it and then duplicate it in the simplest way.
Which now turned into from 1 location to 2 locations to now 4 locations.
Yeah, 4, and then we had 2 more this year as well. So it's my point is the brand recognition is something that's going to be very, very important.
Right. So we need to get it clean. We need to get it buttoned up. We need to get it, to the point where it's now turnkey, where once you open up a new location, it's just like a sort of skinning,
or you're swapping one thing out and dropping something else in, but it's done already.
Right.
From everything from as simple as the website design, which your team did for us, to to a sell sheet. It's completely identical at this point.
Right. Yeah. So what I saw too, as we were looking at the brand from the beginning, I saw a lot of inconsistency, and I said, we got to tighten all this up. And once we get that all buttoned up, believe it or not, things are going to get a lot smoother. Things are going to get a lot easier in the future. And that's what we did. So what I want to do is I'm going to share screen real quick, and I'm going to sort of present what the new look, looks like, and how we came about getting all that done. So let me share screen. And the first thing we tackled was the logo.
Yeah.
And I wish I had a before and after shot. For some reason, I thought I had an old I
don't even have them anymore, man. I deleted all of them. I don't even want to see these anymore.
With the blood, it had blood splatter on it, and it was pretty crazy. But then what we did was I saw a cleaner vision. Because you keep your gyms extremely clean. And that was one of the things that that old logo just wasn't representing in my eye. And so I was like, what can we do? How can we clean up this brand to the point where it's just super smooth? And so we wanted to keep that Spartan look. And so we just refined the icon, we refined the typography, and we got something a lot more cleaner developed, which is what you see here. So this is the final logo. And then as far as the website goes, you know, so this is the landing page that you get to when you get to stationathletics.com. So now you have Station Athletics, and then you have Station Athletics for Her, which is specifically for women. And so let's start by looking at the first website we redesigned for you, which came out pretty awesome. And again, we wanted to simplify it all down and really bring in the trueness of it, meaning like we wanted to use imagery that of your actual trainers, right?
Right.
We wanted to really bring this to life and have it come to life. And you know, here's the boss, right? Here's the boss and the co-captain, right?
Yeah.
So bringing that into the brand, in my opinion, is very, very important, and it differentiates you from all the other CrossFit gyms that are in the area.
Of course, you know, the whole design was putting it, like when we initially talked about this, it was how do we make it as real as possible, you know, and from as simple as adding more than just pictures, of putting like basic little bios, but the whole simplicity of it is really what made a big difference.
Yeah, we definitely simplified the design down to just very clean, very precise. This is what we offer. This is how we get you results. You're either in or you're out. You know.
And again, and then to backtrack a little bit, Henry, like the whole objective, right, and all of the direction of, I mean, your business, everyone's business is lead generation, and how to do it as simple as possible. When you have too much stuff going on, like I wish we had screenshots of the old website with how much stuff was going on, how many you could get lost in it. And it's as simple as clicking on free consultation is what we want people to do.
Right. Which is right here. And I, not to go so deep into the psychology of the site and how we created it, but like your eye moves from left to right in a Z formation when you're reading a website. And so the first thing that we see is the social media icons, the logo, but the phone number, which is important. But the next thing you see is the free consultation. And when you click on it, it's as simple as name, email, phone number, message, boom, you get an email. And now it's time to follow up. And now you have a lead. Now you have an email address, you know, that you could follow up on. And this headline, I think, says it all, because you guys are just doing a phenomenal job at recreating fitness. And there's Vicky, one of the trainers at the gym, one of my favorite trainers at the gym. She's helped me tremendously, you know, find my form. And that's one thing about your gym, Joe, that I can't say about many other gyms that I've been part of. Your staff is extremely knowledgeable and extremely helping.
Yes.
Like they truly care about the members.
Yeah.
And that's powerful.
They know how to, you know, I mean, the whole objective is we need to connect with people on a personal level. And if you don't, then you miss the mission statement if you don't connect with them on a personal level.
Right. You don't. You're exactly right. So again, simplification of the site, cleaning up of the logo. We just wanted a better user experience on the site overall. And I believe, you know, we accomplished that. And it just came out great. It's probably one of my favorite. I say this a lot, but it's probably one of my favorite projects. It's just that clean. So this was the Station Athletics site. And then as we were developing this site, you were building your next gym. And, you know, we had the hustle to get this one developed. But this website, excuse me, this one is specifically for the female gym.
Yes.
And again, we kept the look and feel extremely consistent so that brand consistency resonates. right? And subconsciously that builds up a lot of trust, you know, and it looks like you actually put some effort, put some time, put some real money behind your brand. And
yeah, no, that was the whole objective here, is how do we keep it similar, right, to the whole brand model, you know, with the pieces of red, but like how clean it is. Again, simple and to the point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but at the same time resonates with individuals.
And again, when somebody comes to this website and they start to scroll and they see the women and they see the coaches, and then they come into the gym itself and they recognize these people from the website. Hey, you were the girl that was on the website. You're the girl that I saw on the website. Correct. You know, and immediately, again, it builds up this unbelievable trust. And, you know, the website sort of pre-sold them, if you will, before getting to the facility, which is very, very important. And again, here is the rundown of the staff. I thought it was very, very important to have each staff member represented on the site, a little bit of a background of that staff member, because people want to connect somehow, some way. They want to connect. And if there's nothing out there online, whether it be on your website or social media, that to connect to, you're never going to build that brand. You're never going to build that connection. You're never going to build that gut feeling inside that client, or that potential client that you're looking to build. So that's that. And the other thing that I wanted to just show real quick, we had done some.
These actually are going up, Henry. They're putting these up on Monday. So
yeah. So I can't wait. So these are actually window clings that are going to be mounted on each window. And so what I wanted to do was find beautiful imagery and create some sort of message on each image that evoked emotion and got people excited. So full effort is full victory. Another one we did was, we changed it to full effort. And so here's another one. We have the staff. What else do we have?
We use all these ones we use.
Yeah, pain is temporary, pride is forever. And again, we didn't use imagery that was like all the way out in left field. Like, these women look like the women that come to your gym.
Relatable.
Exactly. And that relevancy really kicked in. Vulnerability is a strength. Okay. And then we have this one here. Don't count the days, make the days count. You know, somebody walking past. So for those of you guys that don't know exactly where this gym is, it's in like a strip mall type of environment. And so there's the post office and the cleaners and the subway, and there's multiple businesses that surround this gym. And like, somebody walking past sees this window, sees this woman, sees this headline, don't count the days, make the days count. And immediately that resonates with them somehow, some way. I got to come check this place out.
Of course.
Right? And then we have, it's hard to beat a person that never gives up. That's another great one-liner. What else do we have? We have this one here. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you, which I think is a phenomenal quote. And then we have this one here: invest in yourself. It pays the best interest. Right? Yeah. So this is the brand equity that we're building up inside of, Sparta, Sparta Athletics, that is going to truly resonate with people, at the end of the day. And so what I want to do is talk about what plans do you have now in the future to take this brand and take it next level. I'm talking next level.
So I mean, something in my industry that hasn't really been done yet has been, I mean, you know how well we do from a lead acquisition standpoint, from just overall, I'm trying to sync everything up. Okay, so we have our brand synced, right? We have our lead gen flow perfect. Okay, we have visual imagery and how the gym should be laid out, down to how much equipment I need to buy. Okay, so what I did was I completely fine-tuned every single aspect of the gym to be able to duplicate it, like I said before. So the perspective now is, okay, I successfully opened a female-only gym in the same exact town that we have our strength and conditioning style gym. So that to me has shown me that like there's a huge market for small group training, boutique style gyms. And something that hasn't really been done worldwide really is a very successful boutique style gym in my industry, minus like you think about something like Orange Theory rowing machine, like something like that, and that started to really explode, but nothing really in the strength and conditioning category has really taken off, minus 4 or 5 places. So our plan over the course of the next year is to develop a complete product to be able to sell it from a franchise perspective. Okay. So we have it fine-tuned at this point. So now it's figuring out how to sell it, one. Which I think, for me, you know me, I think that's going to be the easiest part. Because if I can leverage the value stack of what you're going to get out of this, that's how it's going to be duplicated. Okay.
Right.
Is that. But what I needed to do first was I needed to finalize what we're going to run with, you know. Right. And I know that you've talked with Frank a little bit. He's our franchisee in Verona. We're fine-tuning that. So like as simple as like, hey, we're going to open a turnkey for you and this is how it's going to work. And we promise you this, this, and this. Yep. Works. Yep.
You know? I love it. I mean, I think you did a hell of a job putting this together, doing the homework first, getting the foundation laid out before you jumped ahead and, you know, built a bunch of gyms that needed, you know, to be all rebranded then eventually. One of the things that impressed me about you was you had a whole bunch of stuff on your plate, and instead of trying to dump more on it, you subtracted.
Yeah.
And you completely went the other way around. And most people think, oh, more, like we need to add this and we need to add that. You were like, no. We need to actually clean house. And after we go through this process, this is what we're left with. This is what we're going to go with. And I think what I'm trying to really stress to a lot of my clients that are working with me currently is less is more. And in 2018, if you're not cleaning up your brand's identity, you're just going to confuse your audience. And when confused people don't buy, that's the bottom line. And so the secret, the magic is helping my clients subtract a lot of the excess weight, because they usually come to me with this big block, this big cinder block, right, of a brand or a business. And they're like, now, Henry, help me chisel this into a Picasso. Like, help me chisel this into something that I'm really proud to promote, and it's going to resonate and connect with my audience. And, you know, that's what I've spent the last 10 and a half years, you know, trying to master.
You're a perfect example of that. You know, how many times we've gone to dinner and we've talked about, like, I started with this and then it projected to this and then I did this. And now, like, I mean, we just talked about this recently, is like, you know, that the more specialized you get, the better you get overall. So, I mean, that's the way of the world is. If the more specialized you are, and I hate to say it like this, is people, when I first started, right, try to do everything, okay? And then I got more specialized on what you're good at. You sub out what you're not so good at. You can do it still, but you may not be the best at it. So you're not leveraging time, right? Mm-hmm. So then on top of that, if you take it one step further, and now you can really focus on so many other things. Like, it's as simple as that. You can focus on everything. And then the more unique you get, I mean, from a sales perspective, you can charge more for it because you're specialized.
Yep.
You're specialized in what you're good at.
That's it.
It doesn't matter what it is, but the more specialized you are, the more value you bring to someone.
Amen to that. And so I'm going to wrap this up. I know your time is very valuable, but one thing I do speak about a lot when I'm coaching my clients in the brand development process is defining your mission and really connecting that mission to the audience that you truly want to serve. So my question to you is this: forget opening up 50 gyms in the next 2 years, right? I want to go 7 layers deep and ask you, what is your mission in life and why are you doing this?
One word, man. Legacy. Legacy. Mm-hmm. How does someone remember you? You know what I mean? Think about it like that, right? Like, if you're passionate about something, you make money at it eventually, right? We've all, you understand that. You eventually do. But what legacy do you leave to your family, your kids? What legacy do you leave? How do people remember you by? That's to me, that's the most important thing.
That's awesome, bro. And I truly appreciate that. I resonate with that very much. With a 6-month-old son, I think about that every day now. And congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you.
The news is out. You will be a soon-to-be dad. And that's just amazing. And I've gotten to know you pretty well over the past year, and man, let me tell you, you remind me a lot like me when I was your age, and for your age, what you have accomplished thus far, my friend, is truly, truly impressive. So I wish you nothing but the best of luck. It was a pleasure working with you, and I look forward to working with you again in the future, and just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're changing people's lives.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Henry. Thanks for having me.
You got it. So there you have it, guys. Another brand showcase. This one from Sparta Athletics, Joe Pasalacqua, the man behind the brand. So hope you got some value out of this, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.